Theory embrace original sin. Genesis. Death sentence.
Candor keeps from condemnation, for crime by ignorance is not as dangerous than deliberate crime. So for God to say that Adam would know good from evil was to warn him, in an attempt to scare him, that having lost his innocence he would then be accountable for his own karma. But naming animal flesh the fruit of the knowledge of truth and evil was not scary enough. In those years, man was immortal, since the Garden of Eden contained the tree of life. But pulled out of this wonderful world, he also left the tree of life. If we recall Jesus' commandment,
love one another, like I have loved you.
Don't we recognize a relation? Is it not possible that the love for one another is the essential of what must preserve our youth, and ensure our eternal life? Is it not assumed by all and corroborated by numerous correlative studies sometimes of experimental and causal that the attribute of affectuous behaviors are more viable than heinous behaviors? Does nature not show a lot of love and numerous example of survival into very harsh conditions for fragile beings? Is it possible that the tree of eternal life would come from our love for one another, and that by respect and assistance to those in their needs? Are we going to keep opposing each other? Are we going to keep abusing other by opposing the principal commandment? Our fantasies may be assisted by our lies and other stratagems. Our aging and our death protect the vocation of the land against our machinations. Death is therefore a consequence of our sinful minds, to eliminate fraudulent tendencies in favor of other less dangerous. This is what Jesus was synthesized when he said,
Adam came from great power and great wealth, but he was not worthy of you, for had he been worthy he would not have tasted death.
Jesus has also specified more precisely the way of eternal life is through a growing integrity.
From Adam to John H. Baptist, among those that are born of women, no one is so much greater than John the Baptist, that his eyes should not be averted. But I have said that whoever among you becomes a child will recognize the Father's kingdom and will become greater than John.
Another interesting fact, extracted of Genesis must be highlighted. Afterwards, the Son of God took 2 wives of human women. They gave birth to noble heroes. Atlantis perhaps. Ulysses. Chastity is far from be desired or defended by God because, as a measure of integrity, he left his most similar to mate with earthly women were. Thus it is clear that God has certainly not been delivered through chastity. The first men refused to recognize animals as the defended fruit. God then named the animal kingdom the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, to intimidate them. But that was not scaring them. He then started calling the animal kingdom, the tree of life. But it seems that death still does not scare us.